KGW.
You know what I'm watching for the Blazers here tonight? Their assist numbers. They've been up here in the seeding games. LeBron goes strong, count it. In the playoffs since 2012. They were swept in 13. Here's LeBron, high off the right side, go to the bench as we come to the end of this first quarter. He's got 2 fouls. Here's LeBron James on the take. Nurkic lets him go right by. Lakers down 11. LeBron a spin. LeBron with a finish. Woo! Wow.
Signature move. Dominique had a spin like this. There's just only a couple are as good as LeBron in his size, his speed, and really more important, his vision. Because if you were to come over, cutting, getting each other involved in the game, such a pretty pass, Dame Lillard to his partner, CJ.
11 in the quarter for McCollum. Just 2 points in this third quarter. Give it right back to LeBron. 8 back after that gruesome leg injury last March. LeBron on the run out, and the Lakers have
looked at the clock, stepped behind the line.
LeBron James, oh, we hit the air.
Made some very big plays in game one. Alley-oop to James. And there's Anthony. James to the rim. 13.
Because instead of allowing Trent's ball pressure to bother him, overpower him since you're so much.
Trent, another 21-year-old. James on the drive. J.R. Smith took that first shot for the Lakers here in the second. He gets some early duty. James layup. Count the basket. Just over a minute gone by here in the second. James sets himself for 3. Nails it. Straight on at times as Dwight Howard can't get it to go. James, the offensive rebound, goes back up. Fouled and won. Green's pass. Trent went for the steal and got Bush. James spins, gets to the lane, and banks it home. Sweet move from LeBron James. He's got a 20-point half.
Here's what I'm talking about. Turns the corner. I'm not trying to be a playmaker for anybody right now. I'm putting myself in position to be a scorer.
The half, and I asked him what was the message specifically about their free throws and turnovers, and he said, we're just trying to play with.
Lillard had a terrific first half, shooting the ball well. James steps back, another 3. James, head down, drives, gets to the rim. Bank shot is good. James for 3, bang! LeBron James from downtown, he's got 38. 38-point triple-double here in Game 3.
Got everything going tonight.
He's 0 for 2. LeBron with a long 3, and that one's down. None called. And it's a breakaway for the Lakers, and Los Angeles just had a triple-double in a losing effort in Game 1. Best scoring game in Game 3 with 38, and he drops another 3-ball. LeBron playing at the 2 right now. Oh, nice leave. Beautiful ahead, LeBron James. He'll take it all the way. LeBron James with the reverse. Wow.
He's
overwhelming the 8-seeded Blazers right now as we approach the 1-minute mark of this first half. LeBron James developing as a story on its own right now. Absolute kiss of death. 2 opponents with 50-plus. Coming to the end of this second quarter, LeBron James, all the performance. Anthony Davis. No, LeBron rips down the offensive board and scores.
Even though he is on the NBA campus.
Well, as LeBron takes a deep 3.
Spry running well, able to pick up his minutes after that gruesome injury. LeBron goes right down the lane. The sea. James on the attack and count it. LeBron James, strong move.
And it's not going to work at all. I mean, you just check this out. He saw LeBron coming downhill, and Melo just couldn't get over there to him.
He's been banged up tonight. LeBron got his Zonia on him, just backs him down, takes on 2 Blazers and scores.
On LeBron James, which means he has one guy guarding him and everybody else is zoned up.
And he scores ease. Now LeBron working off the screen from Davis. A little 2-man game here. LeBron hesitates. Now he goes, and LeBron down in the corner, KCP. And now LeBron for 3. He's got it. True. LeBron will put up the final shot, and he knocks it down to
Defensive board do not give offensive rebounds and easy buckets to Lakers.
LeBron James hit Dwight Howard. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. They clear it out. LeBron goes strong. LeBron finishes strong.
And finishes the break.
James on the take now. Hangs. Scores.
Bates coming up court slowly. LeBron dips his shoulder and gets to the bucket. Down to 6. LeBron on the drive, just bulls his way through. Put him.
They got a lot to be proud of, but the job is not finished.
Great fit and one as LeBron James got it done at the rim. LeBron off the ball. LeBron, say it with your chest.
Excellent feed from Caruso. LeBron running the lane. Russell Westbrook trying to take the charge. Grown man move.
Wow, express yourself, LeBron.
In watching the styles and makeups of each team, the one team I wouldn't want to face would be the Los Angeles Clippers. I feel like
Wow, he got some bounce in those 35-year-old legs. And through Covington, count it. Weight room time. LeBron
downhill, so you backpedal, and that's why he won the MVP, because it made him unguardable.
There's no one like me. I'm from their floor. There's no one that can match me.
James settles for the jumper and knocks that. Intercepted by Rondo. James fakes a pass, left-handed layup. The range now in the NBA is just remarkable. James spins, gets inside, layup is good. He's like, no, it was the man. Caruso up and James down. Russell Westbrook 1 for 7. James draws the foul, count it, and 1. 5 on the 24. James head down, drives an easy layup for LeBron James. Even the series after dropping game 1. James drives down a lane and finishes strong. Picked up by James, back to Caruso, throws it up. Hammer time for double team, finds James. James spins, puts it up, puts it in. LeBron James puts the Lakers back up by 8. Timeout Rockets with 32 seconds remaining.
Congratulations to the Miami Heat advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. And
Shoot a lot of mid-range jump shots. Russell Westbrook.
LeBron James fires up a 3. Hey, you've seen Miami take down Milwaukee, and a 5 seed advancing over the 1 seed into the Eastern Conference Finals as LeBron ball. And it's been something to watch. Here's LeBron, little fade away, gets the friendly bet. Inside, LeBron James gets it deep, and 1 for LeBron James.
Got another ball handler on the floor in Rondo, so he can run without the ball. Seals up Covington, catch, shot fake, proving he's not only a corner three-point shooter, but maybe he is.
Here's LeBron James stacking them up tonight. The King has 18 points, and most of those coming right at the rim.
Well, that was a great run and a tremendous pass from Harden.
They lead it by 6.
The Lakers playing a little bit differently. LeBron James, my gosh. That's a tough shot with the shot clock. Perimeter, I think, to take away threes, which has opened up drives to the rim. So the points in the paint are up in the 3.
The Lakers on the run to LeBron. LeBron all the way. Freight train coming. LeBron James. And it's 72. Back and forth they go. LeBron James strong. And LeBron James over to start this quarter. Their first points off a turnover tonight is LeBron James first half. Got Tucker on him. James patient spins, and LeBron James.
Something different and be very unique in the league and hard to play against. But the problem is play.
Weeks. He hurt that quad on August 11th and just returned midway through their last series. Little turnaround by LeBron James. Has been an impressive half of basketball for the Lakers again. LeBron with some English on it. James with a rebound. Lots of bodies on the ground. James like a freight train all the way in. Coast to LeBron. And he lays it in. Away by Caruso. Up ahead, Rondo all the way. LeBron James.
Since game 1, the Lakers have had good starts. James drives inside, finds some room and bangs range shots at the rim. James drives down the lane and flushes. And there's the timeout for Mike D'Antoni.
Devastating in transition. And here LeBron James, full head of steam, and very little resistance at the basket.
Foul was on Danny Green, his first. James one-on-one with Covington, gets in the paint, gathers, and finishes just open. Lakers have done an excellent job of limiting three-point shooting as LeBron James James, corner three, that's good. LeBron James, Jeff Green, James's former teammate in Cleveland, guarding him. James drive and easily finishes. James, three-pointer is good. LeBron inside to Davis, tried to tip it, ball kept alive, and James on the follow. James shoots over Tucker, drills it. LeBron James now
continuing to put stakes in the ground. LeBron all the way in with the reverse. Nice finish. So good pass, and James hammers one home. That's Caruso. He's got LeBron James right there. They'll take advantage once again. Shot clock down to 6. Here goes James, strong all the way in off the glass. Laker lead, 6.5 to go in the second. LeBron trying to turn the corner, just plows through Murray, and it's going to be a ball.
They need stops at this end.
James bullies his way in, going to be a foul. McGee back taps it, keeps it alive. LeBron fires a 3 in the first bucket, and active even after makes by the Nuggets to run down the floor in transition as LeBron James sticks. Lakers just a 2 for 11 start. James has both of them, spins his way in, takes on Jokic before he traveled. And now James gets it from McGee. Three-pointer offensive board, but turns it over into the hands of James. James all the way in.
That's the big size advantage you may have.
Up top for LeBron James, set up by LeBron James. Shot clock ticks down to 7. James waiting for some movement. He'll take the 3 himself. That's his spot, and he knocks it down. LeBron.
Look early on.
Morris gives it right back. Good pass, good catch, good fit.
And it's those threes the Nuggets need to beat the Lakers.
LeBron James, the shot fake, gives it right back. LeBron fakes the pass. LeBron with some spin. Oh!
Good team. But JaVale McGee on that play, getting the hand in on the Joker.
He swiped it. LeBron finishes on. LeBron at the controls. Jeremy Grant draws the assignment again. A little pull-up by LeBron. That one's true.
Danny Green that allowed Murray to find that wide open 3.
All the way to the basket. LeBron James with pressure. Little match play. We get here's LeBron James, and he finishes strong. Houston has been excellent so far this one. James on the attack, gets all the way in with the reverse. For wearing the microphones for us tonight, as LeBron James' little fadeaway is good over Grant. E3. Hey, Murray's got 8 assists now to go along with his 12 points. And there he is again, LeBron James, back-to-back possessions.
The undersized Grant guarded.
Three-pointer is good. By Rondo, up ahead, James on the run out, no problem. He's got another steal. Here's LeBron on the breakout, and he dunks another pass. Nice catch by Caruso, and James cuts and scores. And Jokic can't settle. James on the drive, and he scores.
The playoffs in the playoff game against Minnesota on the road.
LeBron James, Rondo in transition with Porter behind him, and James trailing throws it down. Rondo time, Porter on James. LeBron probing, shot clock at 4. Now he's on the drive, and he'll finish.
It seemed like
the Nuggets could really use Harris for the burst here as LeBron James, speaking of Burt, Rondo controls it. There's James with the layup.
Aggressive LeBron is from the beginning. Will he penetrate or get in that post zone and pass out?
He is the great equalizer here as LeBron James just
wondering what happens to the armbar on defense. I mean, they're playing it like college, putting both hands up, letting the guy back you up. You got to put the armbar up.
LeBron James
Jr. Yeah.
Well, now Denver in hang-on mode, and you know LeBron on the attack. He'll score at the rim again. Series.
See if the defense tries to attack Porter on the switch. They do. Porter just tells Plumlee to switch because they're trying to get that third on Porter, but the pick and roll.
On the move. Caruso gives it up. James hangs and finishes. So Murray with just 8 points in the first half in 19 minutes. LeBron gets all the way in. Posting up is LeBron James. And now he goes to work. Pulls it, pops it, layup attempt. Back in transition go the Lakers. And LeBron is fouled. And count the basket. LeBron patient, and he draws another foul. And about that call when Davis came down on his heel. James gets into the paint. Grant right there with him. Oh, James with it. Jokic with 5 fouls. Now James will shoot an open jumper. He's got it. LeBron James with a stare down at that Denver. They get the switch. Now Murray on LeBron James. A hobbled Murray. Trying to stay with him as best he can. LeBron James. LeBron James, and they've missed 6 consecutive years with a drought. James again. Oh, he hits it.
116th, which is number 1.
He'll take a 3. LeBron James will hit a 3.
Wow.
Oh, how about it? LeBron James.
Tell you what, LeBron James, he's done it in so many ways. Leave it.
It's now picked up by Adebayo. LeBron James steps back, three-pointer, that's good. Terrific first half with 18 points. James is going to try a long three-pointer, knocks it down.
He's junior college coach. He had an offense called Hully Gully. But it's that sort of thing. Hully Gully, you know?
James gets inside, goes reverse. James goes inside and throws it.
Foot injury. They're not going to get more specific until after the game, but we did just watch Lebron walk down the hallway.
James against Jones. Backs in, here comes the help. Spins away from that, and an easy layup. 25 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists for LeBron James to take game 1.
Well, this is straight up bully ball. LeBron James against Jones Jr. And he's
James left open, has plenty of time, and knocks down the 3. That's kind of surprised a lot of people throughout these playoffs. James three-pointer, that's good.
after being 0 for 3 the other night.
James drives hard, bang shot, good, count it, and the foul. LeBron James with a chance for a three-point play.
And it's like LeBron is saying, I remember the last time you defended me in the finals. I know your work. Attacks, uses that upper body strength, eliminates the contest, takes the hit, gets the finish and going to the line for the possible. He's got to improve defensively.
Beautiful pass, Rondo to James, count it. And a 3, James gonna have to drive, put one up quickly, gets in the paint, throws it up, shot rolls around and drops through. James picks it up. James down the lane, runs into Robinson, count it, and the from Kentucky. And his team still down by 16. James, the floater, got 17 points, 10 assists. LeBron James knocks down the 3. Caldwell Pope inside to James, and an easy 2 for LeBron James. Rondo inside to James, falling away, jumper's good. Assists. Rondo inside to James, James scoops it up and in. Deflected and stolen. Here's LeBron James going down the lane, draws the foul. James in the post, catches, and gets hammered. Count the basket and
time to hang around my man.
Well, she was apparently very understanding. James flips it up off the glass. James finds some room, fires a 3, and knocks it down here in the 3rd. James backs in and just completely bullies his way to LeBron James sees an opening, drives down a lane, running layup is good. It is heart-pounding time right here in Game 3 of the Finals. James drives, finishes, and is fouled. And a chance to cut it to 1 in the opening minute. LeBron James wide open, throws it down. That makes it a 7. Out Robinson, stolen by James. James drives, goes inside, and throws it down.
That should have been an offensive foul.
No.
It's a flop.
It's a flop.
Okay, even though it's a flop.
Do not reward floppers. We saw James flop at the other end.
No, but this is a flop for a reason. He has reason to attempt to flop. Did LeBron utilize his right arm?
He did not extend it that much.
James drives, gets inside, draws the foul. Count it and 1, and a chance for just exceptional. Came in as a terrific defender. His offensive game has improved leaps and bounds as James throws it down. Second block of the game for Anthony Davis. James, a long three-pointer, nails it. Davis back to James. James with a layup. Back to 2. Adebayo guarding LeBron James. James tries another long 3. That's good. LeBron James right back down. James against Butler, one-on-one. Tough fall-away baseline shot, it's good. Difficult shot.
And getting back in front.
James splits the defense down the lane, running layup, it's good, and the foul. He took a hard fall.
He does a poor job of staying in front of LeBron. He splits it, turns the corner, puts his head down, and uses that upper body strength to attack.
Now makes his drive, gets in, gathers and banks it home. Gorgeous feed, but they couldn't convert. James the crossover, the drive, goes reverse and banks it home. Caruso throws it up. It's to Caruso. James tries a three-pointer. LeBron James, Caruso pushes it up the other way. James tries another three-pointer, puts it in. LeBron James.
And I like how Jimmy Butler is trying to take away James's three.
James drives it ahead to James. James head down, drives inside, layup, count it, and one. The finals. James way downtown. LeBron James long distance. He's 10 of 12 from the
right hand. Is a block shot by Dwight Howard. Great job of utilizing the left and shielding.
LeBron James red hot. Crowder picks up James. He tries another three-pointer all night. LeBron James. Feed inside to James, and he throws it down. James drives, gets inside, running layup. It's good, and a foul. LeBron James ties the game. And a chance for a three-point play.
Turns the corner, attacks the paint. You need a hoop. Get the ball in the hands of LeBron James. Grown man strength.
What an epic duel. Two masterful performers. Two great competitors. James drives, goes inside, layup, missed it, got the rebound, the follow, he banks it home. Good defense there from Davis, forces the turnover, and James with the back to that in a moment.
Great hands by Caruso getting back into the picture.
James barrels in and back.
Very makeable point-blank shots as James continues to attack. I think he's healthy and whole, but I think it's a harder decision than what you say as James attacks the rim without any.
James goes to the rim once again, lays it up. Caruso got the start, doesn't have big numbers. As James drives, gets inside, layup, banks it home from the field tonight. James drives, James finishes.
I don't think those two guys are exceptionally talented. I mean, like you always say, like top five. But
back to James. James goes inside, the flush and the foul.
And going back to Caruso, Mike, after that spectacular drive and finish by James.
About to play the pass, and LeBron James about to win another title.
Improved defensively, he's improved as a passer as he draws more attention.
LeBron James putting up. LeBron James throws it down. Again, they're fans. And with Anthony Davis arriving, a technical foul call on LeBron James.
If you can jump that high.
They're going to finish the playoffs 16-5. They beat Portland, Houston, and Denver all in 5 games. James wants to finish off with a 3. Instead, he'll go inside, lay it up and in. As we hit 2 minutes remaining here in Game 6. And that's it. It's over. This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers conquer the bubble, and banner number 17 will soon hang.